Hey, what's going on, guys? That was Knights, parentheses, I wish I could be there. Off of the album Odyssey. Wow. Oh, good echo today. Good, I'm glad. Go. I don't know. I guess I'll just get right into the game. Why not? Well, sorry. How am I doing? You ever have one of those days where nothing bad happens, but everything really annoying happens? It's just like one thing after another. What am I doing here now? The Mountaineer has a new order for me. Where am I going? We had a class yesterday that somebody manually turned off a projector on the ceiling. Like, they took an umbrella and they poked the buttons until it turned off. And it's caused this, like, catastrophic ripple through the system where that room just won't turn on anymore. It's this big, fancy dual projector setup room. And so I had to go scramble to set stuff up this morning when it didn't work, because I was told it worked, and then of course it doesn't work. Now it's a pain. And then later in the day, in a different room, somebody else climbed up on a table and tried to turn on a projector the same way. So I can't wait to go in tomorrow to have another room offline. And for all the times that Chipotle has made me come back and pay for the guac, for my chips and guac, because they didn't put it in the original order, today they charged me for it and didn't give it to me. So, just a little salty today. The spiritualist. Where's that in comparison to the roboticist? Spiritualist was here. Oh, the roboticist is over here. Oh boy, it's nowhere near there. Okay. I don't know. It's just annoying. Like, if you're going to specifically charge extra for it, you should probably make sure that I get it, no? Maybe buy 9 of these. Oh my god, I didn't realize there was going to be 5 of these, 4 of these. Yeah, I just seem to have bad luck in general, I guess. Really, what I should have done is grab one of those rafts.
Sam, it's just like the one at South Knot City. A vortex loaded with so much chiralium that it's almost off the charts. Slowly but surely, it's creeping closer to us here in Mountain Knot. At least that's what I think, but I can't see it. Not with the naked eye. But the data doesn't lie. It's the same temporal phenomenon that you told me dropped you in a war zone.
I told you. But that wasn't.
The Cupid's limiter can handle most chiral spikes, but we didn't plan for another supercell.
Another supercell.
I told you it was the same as before.
Mama, is that you?
You got me, Sam. It's been a while. But not really. Mulligan, Machna, we're the same. One body, one mind, one being. There's no point in trying to draw a distinction. Not in this world. We're all connected.
Almost figured that.
Remember that.
Order assigned.
That being said, what do I have in my locker here? Nothing. Okay.
Thank you.
So it's not even showing up on my map. Well, I can start there.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Oh no, fuck. I got these controls all wrong. Alright. Don't be jumping me around like that. You know, I could always stay in and watch me play. Holy shit. They weren't joking about the whole storm. This must be what it's like in Canada. What did I hit? I was standing still. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm sure this is either great or great for the bitrate. There's no way it's terrible for the bitrate. I don't think I can climb this. I don't have a ladder. I'm gonna have to drink some monster stew, and I'm getting out of energy here. Whoa. Don't do that. It's like even just standing up is enough wind power to blow you over. Shit. You see that? It fucking blew me around. Jesus. No, 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 no. No, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop. Stop. Stop moving. Stop moving. I'm not touching anything on the controller and he's moving. Stop it. Stop moving. He's fucking stuck moving. Stop. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, we have another mountain to climb. Oh my god. It's taking damage. We're gonna get a really shitty penalty for this. Alright, there are all the cargo containers ruined. Now we're just taking damage.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Fragile Express ID verified. Weapons detected. All weapons
Get in there.
locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Let's see how badly they're damaged. This is not going to be good.
Delivering cargo.
Sam Bridges, I've been expecting you. The Mountaineer told me all about you.
You need rocks with handprints in them for you.
Or stenciled, as I prefer to call it, is a vital clue. It hails from an era long before the dawn of human history. I'm going to date it and lay bare the cause of the Death Stranding. And when I do, all the secrets of the cosmos shall be revealed.
Great, we delivered it for a
Did
nutcase.
you know this mountain used to be a pyramid in ancient times? It's true.
Oh, yeah.
You won't find a place closer to the beach than this. To the wellspring, a source of untold power. How else do you think that chiral network of yours works? But I digress. Show me the stencil.
You have them already.
Thank you. It's in excellent condition.
Yeah. What does excellent mean to you? I guess we'll find out. 11% damage? Alright, it's not too bad. Still an awesome. Wow. Oh, I wouldn't have thought that. You could have also just had me connected to the network and scan the print from where you are. You've been awarded the title of Skilled Courier. Keep up the pace as you race to the edge of our world and back again. Cargo condition grade 40. Now be harder for you to lose consciousness. Oh, nice. 38 hours in.
All right, connect me to the chiral network.
Spiritualist has joined the UCA. Yeah, great. The area is now connected to the chiral network, enabling you to see and access other players, structures, etc.
Now I have everything I need to date the stencil. Once I have my results, I'll share them with you and your colleagues at
Yeah,
Bridges.
good luck with your dating.
You've done a good thing, Sam. If you find anything else, be sure to bring it straight to me. I'll be waiting. You should take this. I'm certain that it will be of use to you in your journey.
Is that a charm to put on BB's thing? Why does she have it? Oh no, it's something that goes in the backpack accessory. It's instead of my dream catcher.
Until we meet again, my friend.
Sam, it worked. BB-28 is in excellent condition. No evidence of lingering attachments or homesickness either. Perhaps its memory was erased after all. All that remains is for you to hook it up and take it for a run. I was hoping to return it to you as soon as possible, but I don't want to. I mean, I do, but it's a little more complicated than that.
What?
We've got a problem. You may have heard about the massive supercell heading right for Mountain Knot City. I left my facility to perform some additional tests on the BB in the field, and now I find myself unable to return. You know the cabin on the mountainside, northeast of Mountain Knot?
What do we have to carry him now?
There.
Good work. New order available. Please.
Freshly mixed spiritual medicine. Where am I going now to meet him? Going back to Mount Knot City, looks like. What's going on, Delvin? What is this? Baby baffling educational products. I feel like educational products shouldn't be baffling, but you know, I'm taking this and just realized I don't have a really good way out of here, so we're gonna take the long way home, I guess.
Order assigned.
You making mochi? Oh, nice. What's going on, M6?
Construction complete.
I really like green tea ice cream encased in mochi. It's been a while since I had that. There's a grocery store that sells it, you know, by the pound. You just scoop them out and pop it in, but the other flavor I had was so bad I didn't even bother trying that one. That was a 16-lane balancer. Oh yeah, dude. That's the 16 balancer that won't back up. No. It's one of the ones that won't catch breath. Oh right, I can sit down for a second. And it's one of the ones that I think also solves the left to right equal stuff as well.
Construction complete.
I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. In before the fucking BTs are showing up in here too, so I can't see and have to navigate the BT field. I don't mind the red bean. It's okay. It's not my favorite. On the Factorio Reddit, there was a link to the blueprint if you wanted to blueprint it and stick it down just to see. I don't know about tonight. You're busy Saturday? We could probably do Sunday again, or maybe tomorrow. Gotcha. Yeah, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. The problem is I like start streaming before you usually log in from work. This is the Mountaineer. Oh, this is the Mountaineer. Oh, shit. Ah, I see. Oh, that's pretty cool. It means you don't have to get up as early, you know? Sleep an extra hour. It wasn't storming this far down last time, so yeah, we knew there were BTs here though. That's not a surprise. Does it turn it to rain down here? I don't know what cabin he's referencing, so we're gonna have to look. And that being said, it's not thundering anymore, but I mean it's still thundering, but my hood's down, so. Is that what that does? The cheerleader ones restore your stamina. Uh-huh. Was this going to the fucking Mountaineer? I went right past the fucking Mountaineer. I didn't even give it to him. Shit.
Been doing a little shopping for Dead Man, have we? He's out at the moment, so we'll hold on to it for the time being. You're a hell of a guy, Sam.
Thank you kindly, Sam. I'll treasure it.
Kodo Bukia Luden's girl model and the Kawasaki Z1 900 Super 4. The fucking weirdest names. I'm gonna put. God, this lock is really full. I'm gonna put these 3 in here. A, because I didn't deliver them, and B, the containers are almost broken, so there's no point in going back up now. Let's wait until there's no more storm.
Have a pleasant journey.
That's the roboticist up there. But where's Dead Man supposed to be? Oh. Oh, that's the roboticist. Who's this? That's where I am. This is Mount Knot City. Do I just go fucking try and find a cabin nearby?
Weapons restrictions lifted.
I don't know. I don't want to deliver the Highbound Spring right now. I want to just find where we're supposed to be going. That's where we're going. Oh god, okay. Damn. I should have fucking stayed near the spiritualist. Oh, I don't have any boots either because I gave away those fucking chiral boots last time. Damn it. Fuck. Oh yes, thank you. The storm indicator. Look at that building, though. You caused the void out up here. Let's make the building collapse. Machine oil for the roboticist. Does this do anything for me, like, logistically? Not really. My energy's not really going up. I don't know. I want to go to the sushi place near me and get sushi and ice cream, but it's also like $35 because it's all you can eat thing. Or I go to the other place, it's just like $35 for 2 rolls, so.
Just like last time.
Another supercell. Oh, my all train skeleton's almost broken. Shit. What's going on, Easy? How you doing, man? I hope we're all getting the authentic storm experience. Cold as shit, you're very immersed. I was feeling alright until I drank a bunch of iced tea, and now I feel cold. Ah, oh, fucking hell. Don't do this now. What are you doing up here alone? Crabs and fish. Give me back, BB. BBs. A bridge between the... Come on, it shouldn't take this long to reload my trophies. Come on, continue loading. One world and the other, I'm assuming? And the one beyond, okay. That's not Sam. We're back in 1917. 1914? What was the name of that movie? Don't look at it. If you can see it, it can see you. So that was the squid tank. Oh, get away from the black goo. Fuck no. Why does everyone have a BB connection? Please don't make me play as him. These little things are like watchdogs or watch babies. Clifford. Excuse me. I get to play as me. That's good. What's going on, Win? How you doing?
Sam! Sam!
Dead man.
Oh, thank God I got through.
It's going
Where
good.
are you?
I'm enjoying it.
No idea. I'm seeing tanks and soldiers. The uniforms date back over a century. World War II era, I suspect. Did you see the man leading the soldiers?
No.
I think it's the guy you told us about.
The born and bred warrior asshole who's gunning for BB?
He must be our ticket home, right?
Don't ask me. This is only my second time. And without BB, he'll be hard to find.
Lucky for you, I've got BB here in tip-top shape, just waiting for you. Where should we meet?
Is there anything unusual or distinct near you?
I'm in the sewers. Hang on.
Yeah, I need my voice to be
I can see a
distressed.
tower through a hole, a square tower, right above my position.
Gotcha. I'll find it and search for a sewer entrance. Can you sit tight for now?
Gladly. I won't move an inch.
Yeah, well, if I'm slow, you might have to.
What?
That warrior asshole. He wasn't after me. He was after BB.
Fuck me.
Right. If he's looking for anyone, it's you.
So put BB down in the water, let him float away.
Hurry the hell up, Sam.
Keep it together. I'm on my way. And don't hook up BB either. You'll lead him straight to you.
Oh, boy.
Not that you would, since you hate them.
I just did because I was scared to death.
Disconnect, now.
What's going on, Dragon?
Already done.
Don't let him take BB.
How? If he shows up with his soldiers, what do you expect me to do? Fight back? If I have to choose between BB and myself, well...
You won't. I'm ending the call.
Sam, It's not easy being me. No wife, no children, no friends. And so I sought solace, sought company in the dead. Over time, I made them a part of me, 70% of who I am today. But meeting you has opened my eyes. You're very special, Sam.
I don't have any guns at all. I just thought I don't. Yeah, I didn't bring any guns at all to this place. I take the shark with me. Oh shit. Oh, I didn't realize it was bad. Uh-oh. Oh, that's bad. Oh, I didn't realize that was bad. I thought it was just water. Alright, that's 2 deaths then. Besides the scripted death in the beginning. Come on! Get out of there! Jesus Christ. Look at this! I'm sliding out! What the fuck? How is I sliding on stable ground? Oh, motherfucker. Alright, I've died more to that shit than anything else. Oh, thank you, Dragon. Great. There's no other way to go. That leads back. That leads nowhere. This fucking thing keeps hitting me. It's gonna Zeta. Death gets stranded. They tried to tempt me with that. With that, that direction. Big square tower. Guessing I need to jump over onto the whale, but basic smoke grenade level 1. I don't know why I said basic. I ain't stepping in nothing now. Rats. Like my canteen's refilling. Guess that's good. Yes, it'd be nice if the notification telling me I can control the camera in tight spaces will go away after a few seconds. Oh, I didn't see the water there. I hear a BB. Passing through.
Lou.
The little one should be working again. Let me see.
Keep passing them back and forth through the bars.
Oh, well then. Maybe this is a special beach for soldiers who died in battle.
Maybe we should get the hell out of here.
Yes.
Just squeeze through the bars.
I thought you would have abandoned BB by now.
Discard precious hardware? Never. So, do you still share memories?
Good pocketing the BB.
I see.
Stay here. Seems like I got other memories to tend to. I'm taking him down. That should get us both out of here.
You know, Sam, I'm starting to understand why BB is so important to you.
Huh?
It's just a tool. Life and death are supposed to be irrelevant. But we've got attached to each other all the same, haven't we?
Kid's not just a tool. Name's Lou.
Lou, huh? That's a good name.
No, see. The BB and the case it's in is hardware. The BB's thoughts and memories and powers are the software inside of its brain. Can you at least give me some, like, guns? Like, last time we were here, I had tons of guns. Good camera angle. Let me change it. There we go. Not in the goo. How many guns still? Thank you. Where is it? It's on my back. Oh, there it is. I guess hematic rounds?
My dear baby. Engage on sight.
Don't let me down, boys.
Where does it say he is? Shit, come on. I see he's on the whale. Will they take damage from standard bullets? I guess we'll find out. I guess they did last time. Yeah, no, I knew they drank blood.
We need reinforcements. Go, go, go.
Alright, let's see what we get.
Where's my baby?
Open fire.
He has bazooka! that. This we can drop. Let's see. Well, there's another one I used. I guess not. I remember not to use the Gearomatic one. Armor plating. Grab that. I direct put this on me? No, I can't. Drop that in his bag. Alright, cool. Another armor plate in there. He saw me. Oh god, they're up top. They're everywhere. I'm stuck. Come on, what are you doing? Pull the fucking gun out. Look at him, what is he doing? Oh my god. Did I not just switch off of those like 6 times? I don't know. All the way back here. Fuck. When?
We need reinforcements.
There's a whole long story to get here, unfortunately. What's going on?
Where's my baby? I want my baby back. I was born.
Tango! Tango! Open fire!
In some ways, it can make as much sense with and without. I'll grant it that, but
We need reinforcements. Move.
that's empty, so I'm gonna drop it. I'm guessing this is where they want you to go.
Open fire!
Capture card, please. Gonna hide there. Why not?
We're done here!
More weapons.
We need reinforcements. Go.
What? Why would I?
Fight.
Armor plating and blood over here. There's no. Why is the baby still in his chest? Well, we actually just got him back after not having him for a while, so. This is gonna be a lost cause, I think.
I want that fast.
See him over there. I need the grenade launcher. That's what I need. Where's he going?
Baby.
They don't see me. Ah, fuck, what's that? Come on. I am out of ammo. The button I wanted. Drop that. Equip that. Keep running. Assault rifle, grenade. Need the assault rifle. Is that one that I fucking dropped earlier? That's empty. No. Come on. Holy fucking hell. God. Look at the thing flapping in my face. Having him on the back. Yeah, you can't. I don't think you can attach him to your. I don't think you can attach him to you while he's on your back. And the only reason I can see them is because he's attached to me. Is I believe what it boils down to. Fucking hell. Fell right in the hole. Come on, get up. Where is he? I want that assault rifle. I'm gonna need something. There we go. Yeah, the tubes that you attach are on the front, and I think the BB needs to actually be able to like see and look around so that you can see and look around. I believe. Don't quote me on that. Why are you trying to take my BB?
Maybe.
Kick him in the face.
Is this all my fault?
Still got a gun on his chest. I wouldn't go near him.
I should never have put you in that prison.
It says caution on the BB. He's got a gun on his chest. Let's take it before he takes it. I believe this is after he got shot while he was trying to escape from last time. Distance traveled, oh boy. New interview data acquired from the report on the void out of Manhattan 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, of course it's... yeah, Kojima wouldn't make an easy game. Trophy earned, BB.
Lou, how's little Lou doing?
No response.
Well, look at that. That child's taking a shine to me.
These little heart bubbles.
You two were out cold, so I had you brought here. You were right. Whatever you did back there returned us to our own world. I put your cargo and gear in your private box. You slept for a whole day, you know. Slept like the dead. I'm already back in Capital Knot. Fragile's beach has been coming in handy. Sam, I owe you an apology. Lou was the name you were going to give your own baby if he'd had made it. I should have pieced it together sooner.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Like a baby just
I
spinning
found
around.
some records from 10 years ago. A death, sudden, in the middle of a town. Young woman in the prime of her life. Nobody knew until it was too late. A void out. Her husband, who was a member of Bridges, had dooms. He tried, but he couldn't get to her in time. The whole town was wiped off the map, leaving nothing but a big crater and him.
Yeah, he just missed like a big
Because
plot
he
point.
was a repatriate. People wanted answers. Did the man hide his wife's body on purpose? The only survivor was the only suspect. He was easy to blame, and people did. And pretty soon, they were blaming Bridges too. The man felt responsible, so he left. And his wife, who died, her name was Lucy. She'd been pregnant, poor woman. They were going to name their son Lou.
Didn't happen.
But it did. President Strand told me. She talked about you all the time. He didn't have to cut all ties and walk away, she said.
You wanna shut the fuck up?
Calm down, Sam. Take a seat.
Take a seat, and he points to the shower.
I told you before about my body. 70% harvested from cadavers. Do you want to know the real reason why?
Because I'm pregnant with your
The
son.
story you've heard
Oh.
is one I made up. The truth is, I'm Frankenstein's monster. Artificial. Grown from pluripotent stem cells. And when that vital spark didn't manifest in all my organs, they replaced the defective ones with those of the dead. I never had a birthday. I'm a soulless meat puppet. No ka, a dead man. People born the traditional way have beaches. You have one. BB too. But I have no such connections. No mother. No afterlife. No beach. You see now why I'm so obsessed with it all? Why I joined Bridges? The battlefield. Now that was an awful beach. But strangely, I didn't hate it, because I knew you were coming for me. I've never felt that before. Connected to someone, anyone. You didn't have to cut all ties and walk away. The president was right about that much.
Wasn't anything to walk away from. It's not like I was ever welcome there.
Come on, even I was welcome. Oh, that. You were holding it. It's an old dog tag, US issue.
Oh.
Wasn't easy prying it out of your hand. Clifford Unger, as you can see. I looked him up in our database. Found a match. He was US Army Special Forces.
That's him.
Kosovo, Iraq, Afghanistan.
That's him.
Well, that's all I've managed to dig up so far. You must be caked in chiral matter from the battlefield. Time
Come
for
take a shower with
I'd say.
me.
Oh, I won't be joining you this time. The Die Hardman issue is no longer a concern. I've seen to it that our conversations won't be recorded.
Well, we get 60 grenades from this.
Sam, do you copy? As you might have suspected, time here stopped while you two were on that battlefield. If my thinking is correct, the dimension to which you traveled is a kind of beach. To explain a little, our bodies, our ha, all occupy the same world, but our souls, our ka, have beaches all their own. These beaches are given form inside our brains by our beliefs, religion, philosophy, and so forth. As a result, a beach can be anything, and those anythings form a multiverse. However, if many people die at once, their beaches can become entangled, creating a strand field. This phenomenon is exacerbated in wartime by omnipresent feelings of resentment and despair. Beaches are more easily and frequently entangled. On such a beach, exits vanish and experiences cycle endlessly.
Why do I have the option to move a camera during this
The
cutscene?
needle skips, playing the same phrase again and again. They're fighting a battle that has no beginning or end. Round and round it goes. Now, the battlefield you visited was in Eastern Europe in World War II. Which is strange, given that the man you encountered, Clifford Unger, played no part in that conflict.
No, down.
I can't explain it, but if you can connect me to the chiral network, who knows what we might discover.
Why give someone access to moving the camera
Still there, Sam?
during a
If so, I
cutscene
have a request.
where he's naked?
When you're ready, head upstairs to the delivery terminal.
No, I've had enough. I've had enough of your deliveries. No more. Wait, they didn't give me grenades, did they? Oh. Check on Lou. It now says Lou instead of BB.
Oh. You okay?
BB is a funnier name, I agree. Can I go back to BB? One like received from Lou. Very nice. Supposedly there's like little secrets you can find with the mirror. Same with every once in a while, BB used to punch the screen, to punch the glass and break out in like a fugue state kind of scene. But I haven't yet seen it, I don't think. Getting a lot of likes from Lou, though. Look at that. None of the pictures look good. Oh well. I will just call it BB anyway. Drink our Monster Energy drink supplements. I'm interested to see what direction modding will go on this game, to be honest. I wonder if they'll mod in like I don't know. I don't know. I was thinking maybe like more cosmetics, obviously, but like more varied packages and stuff like that. But like, it's not like we're lacking in different things to bring people. You know what I mean? Mod in more Conan. That's what we need. All right, max that out. We're gonna have a shit ton of emails to read. 12 emails to read. Holy shit. I don't really like going too far without reading the emails because then you end up with 12 emails to read. Aaron Hill, recovery request, dead man stuff. Sorry to bother you, Sam. I know you must be busy. I wonder if you could go and fetch a few things for dead man's. A few things of dead man's. You remember the cabin you arranged to meet at, right? Well, the cabin itself got blown away by the supercell. But Dead Man's winter coat and boots should be somewhere nearby. Could you pick them up and bring them to Mountain Knot City? It's standard issue Bridges kit, but in a custom-made size. You can take the order at the delivery terminal at Mountain Knot City. It'd be great if you could help out with it. Help out with this one. I know. Another day, another errand. But I hope you understand, we're not just asking you to handle other folks' dirty work. No one else can do what you do. You realize that, don't you? Kidney stones. The Mountaineer. He who had a boy. And do you have power gloves? Big news, Sam. We just welcomed new life into the world. A baby boy. Both him and the missus are doing fine. In fact, they're sleeping peacefully next to me as I write this message. I know you're a busy man, though, so I won't go on about us. Besides, there's something else I've been meaning to tell you. I don't want to be presumptuous, and I know you're the best porter there is, but even you must have found it tough making deliveries up these snowy mountains, right? Well, have you been using power gloves? They can be a real game changer, let me tell you. If you lose your footing and start to slip, the gloves will help you catch yourself before you slide right off a cliff. They make decent weapons, too, if things get hairy. Oh, God, my back is itchy. I can't reach. Oh, God. Just bear in mind that they drain your batteries, so be sure to keep an eye on that. And hey, don't tell me you've never wanted to rock a set of metal claws like an action hero, Sam. You know, I've got a feeling you're going to be a real role model for my boy when he's older. Of course, it's down to all of us, myself included, to make the world a better place for him and future generations. I know you feel the same. Let's not let them down, Sam. The Mountaineer again. Watch out for the whiteout. Yeah, a little late for that. Hey, Sam, I hope this gets through to you. The weather took a turn for the worse a little while ago, and it's gone full whiteout. Zero visibility up here in the mountain. I hope you weren't caught in it as well. If it's not too late, I suggest keeping an eye on the weather forecast and steering clear. Limited visibility is not the only issue with whiteouts, you know. You lose spatial awareness and can't gauge distances. Hell, sometimes you literally can't tell up from down. Pretty scary stuff. With ear gear, though, you shouldn't be completely helpless. You can use your map to plot a route to your destination. This will show up whenever you use the Odridex cargo scanner to ping your surroundings, even if you literally can't see them. If you lose your way, try switching to compass mode to confirm your destination. That way, you can at least orient yourself in the direction you need to go. Above all else, don't panic. It's easy to lose your head in a whiteout, but if you can stay calm, you'll be absolutely fine. Good luck, Sam. Philip North. You took the bastards out. Sam, heard you took care of the terrorists in this area. How the hell did you manage that? I mean, those guys have got guns and God knows what else, and they wouldn't hesitate to shoot you dead. I can't believe you took them on, but I'm glad you did. You really are the great deliverer. Thanks to you, I've started making a few deliveries again, and getting back to the Porter way. Looks like the distribution network will be back to normal before long. The Doctor. Connections keep us alive. The medical terminal and bioprinter appear to be functioning as intended. The Mountaineer's wife should now be able to receive the treatment she needs. Thank goodness. Did you know that it's my better half who designed both devices? The medical terminal uses hologram technology, and the bioprinter was built upon the existing chiral printer tech. The difference, of course, being that this model can be used to synthesize medicines and organic compounds. My partner used to enjoy life in the city. She worked as a researcher there, but when I proposed moving out here to provide medical care for preppers, she was happy to follow me. How fortunate for us all, as preppers cannot survive in complete isolation, and neither can I. There's not much of a point of being a medical professional if you have no one to tend to. Indeed, we need to forge and maintain connections of all kinds, and that's just what you're helping us to do, with your deliveries and by expanding the chiral network. With your deliveries and expanding the chiral network, period. Make no mistake, the bonds between us make us stronger. But you already knew that, didn't you? The doctor. Bigger bags, more blood. Have you been using that high-capacity blood bag I made for you, Sam? I really do think you'll find it useful. I wish it was possible for me to print them on demand, but it's simply not feasible at the moment. Ordinary materials won't suffice for the construction. It requires beryllium. The machinery I use for production is also somewhat unique and unwieldy, so replicating the process elsewhere isn't an option. I'll keep looking into it, of course, but in the meantime, you just have to fabricate them here. Sorry, Sam. Do be sure to stop by and pick some up if you have the chance, though. They might just save your life. The medical device engineer. The terminal only works because of the network. Thank you again for not only delivering that terminal of mine, but providing a network connection for it to function. Otherwise, it would have been no better than a box of circuits and solenoids. The network has made a difference in other ways as well. It's that much harder now for city doctors to ignore the sick out here, for start. Their manner, that out of sight, out of mind attitude towards the suffering beyond their walls, drove my husband crazy, and was one of the reasons we moved in the first place. I think her hair is actually black, it's just that it's a hologram. But I'm not 100% sure. Without even a modicum of compassion or consideration, they demanded people come into town to see them. And when those poor folks inevitably couldn't make the trip, corpse disposal ended up with more bodies to burn. I couldn't help but be moved by his passion for his profession. Didn't think twice about joining him or marrying him. I thought a great deal about what kinds of benefits the chiral network might bring, which led me to devise a terminal as means of treating patients remotely. As he may have told you, we only have the one for now, but if it continues to perform well, and we can find the means to mass produce them, we could help a whole lot of people. But only if the network is there to provide support, so keep expanding it. It'll help in more ways than you can imagine. The photographer. Dad would be proud. See, her haircut looks kind of blue too, and it's definitely not brown blue. Dear Sam, I was right about the camera. I'm told the pictures I took were incredible. You see, the paintings of whales and dolphins I discovered in those caves might have been painted by Neanderthals. I don't really understand the significance of it all, but it's definitely what my father was looking for. What's that first emoji? Is it a whale? I can't tell. It looks like a whale with his mouth open. I don't think I've ever been so happy in my entire life, and it's all because of you. Dad would be happy too, I'm sure. Thank you so much. I know I nearly gave my mom a heart attack, but this proves it was worth it in the end, right? I made a difference for once, and I can do it again. There may be other secrets of the Death Stranding hidden nearby. I'll be more careful this time, but I have to get back out there and find them. I'll be in touch when I do. The Mountaineer. Order. Me and my wife are good, but need a little something. Sam, my wife is doing great now, and it's all thanks to you. Couldn't have demonstrated more clearly the type of support the UCA has to offer. I don't know much about the chiral network, but I know we're a part of it now, and that things are better that way. Oh, I have a friend nearby who I'd like you to deliver something to. Could you drop by when you have the time? I'd appreciate it. Aaron Hill, Mama, the Fallen Angel. Mountain Knot City is now part of the UCA. Lockney explained about how it was all a big misunderstanding. What a relief. The tar's gone too, thanks to that bomb. This is going to sound weird, but you know the Odradek on Mama's left shoulder? Didn't used to think much of it, but someone told me it was a symbol of Mama's atonement. Even though her child was taken from her, Mama couldn't let it go, so she instead broke her bond with Lockney. Couldn't help but think of herself beyond redemption after that. couldn't help but think of herself beyond redemption after that, like a fallen angel, forever barred from heaven. And Abizithabu. That one-winged fella who followed Beelzebub down to Egypt once upon a time. Guess Mama was feeling poetic when she redesigned her Aura deck and used it to comfort her dead child. Strange, maybe, though I suppose she was already dead herself. Looks like all that's in the past now, though. The misunderstanding's been resolved, and the sisters are whole once again, thanks to you, Sam. Mama finally worked up the courage to cut the cord and send her baby on to the other side, where it belongs. So the two are one, and the fallen angel got a second chance. Just as well, because no one's ever really beyond redemption, I like to think. The cosplayer. Use the network to speed up to spread the cosplay gospel. Beazel buddies? Yes, exactly. Joining the UCA has done so much to help me spread the word about my costumes, and all sorts of people have gotten in touch and sent me new ideas for designs. This would have never happened if it weren't for you, Sam. Thank you. I don't think I've mentioned this before, but I've got a twin sister named Conan. Maybe you've met her. She's a prepper too, but she doesn't do cosplay. She's more interested in spiritual stuff. Oh, is that your sister? The nut job? You know, mystical mumble jumbo and all that. Two sides of the same coin, though, I guess. Cosplay is all about metamorphosis and being one with nature. You should go and have a chat with her if you haven't. She's pretty interesting in her own way. Aaron Hill. Why Lockney opposed the UCA? I finally got the lowdown on why Lockney didn't want us to be part of the UCA. Can't say I understand it, truth be told. But are concerned that bringing everything and everyone into the fold might mean including some elements better left out, I get. If you take a step back, you can see how terrorism and war might only get worse once we're whole. Forging bonds between people means bringing them closer together. And to do that means putting all our cards on the table, including the ones that aren't so pretty. It's naive to expect things to be all smiles and sing-alongs just because we understand each other a little bit better, you know? Seems to me she was right to call bullshit on that. Lockney and Mama were joined by that special bond that twins have. That's how come Mama wanted to carry Lockney's child. A child that could have brought them closer together, but it didn't. Instead, it served to sever the ties between them for good, and bound Mama to something else entirely. At least, that's what Lockney probably thought. Maybe even that her twin sister wanted the kid all for herself. She never knew about the accident, the real reason. Can't imagine how she must have felt, thinking she'd been betrayed by the one person she trusted more than anyone. Not so hard to see how that'd color her opinions on the chiral network. That's all behind her now, though. She and Mama have reconciled their differences, and maybe her faith in the ties that bind can be restored. As a protest, oh boy. No more snow. Could you imagine? Well, where we go? There we go. The Ludens model. Who knew there was a girl version of the Ludens figurine? Not even the most Ludens crazy person could have managed to get their hands on one of these. It's a reimagining of Ludens as a human female character, much in the style of Kodo Bukiya's Frame Arms Girl series, and apparently caused a real stir when it was unveiled at Wonder Festival 2019 in Japan. Its design is based on a concept by the legendary Yoji Shinkawa. And then we unlocked one more. There it is. The Kawasaki Z1 900 Series 4. Super 4, excuse me. There's about 3 more numbers in that word and that name than there has to be. An export-oriented model created by Kawasaki in 1972 with the aim of capturing the foreign markets. It was the first Kawasaki and indeed the first Japanese bike to use the DOHC 903 centimeter squared air-cooled inline 4-cylinder engine, and its ferocious speed made it the undisputed king of the highway. It was also admired for its beautiful design, with the pipes leaving the gas tank and pushing through the side covers to the tail section. It's a model beloved of porters chasing the fastest speeds possible, having established Kawasaki as the go-to for full throttle riding as it did. Is it a spoiler to know how far in the future the game is set? I don't think so, but I also don't think we know. Cave paintings and stencils. Hartman, 1 year ago, Hartman's lab. Cave paintings provide an invaluable window into the lives of our ancestors, how they lived, what they experienced. Some have been preserved here on our continent, although most have sadly been lost to voidouts. The oldest cave paintings are all believed to date back to 64,800 years or more, but all these are, or perhaps were, in Europe. What's become of them, I wonder? Have they too been obliterated in annihilation events? If not, are the caves containing them now infested with BTs? Does Europe still exist even? One cannot help but worry that these vital records have been forever lost to us. But I digress. These first paintings were likely made by the Neanderthals. They were crude depictions of creatures such as deer, bison, and horses, interspersed with stenciled outlines of large hands. Some assert these are the signatures of primeval painters. Primeval painters? But could they not also be depictions of BT handprints? Could our ancient relatives have been trying to tell us something? Or issue a warning? Or is that perhaps one flight of fancy too far? I mean, I guess it could. It would make it hard to, like, date things as, like, carbon dating, I guess. They refer to World War I as 100 plus years ago. All right, so not too far in the future then. Yeah, not too far in the future, yeah. 2040s, 2050s, that sounds about right. I mean, the tech kind of fits that. I think it does, anyway. Bridges needs Homo ludens. Hartman, 2 years ago, Hartman's lab. I've already spoken at length about the new varieties of man that have emerged in the wake of the chiral pollution and from the resulting phobias. Homo daemons, Homo gasalt, not to mention those touched by dooms. This much is common knowledge. I, however, would like to posit that we could further categorize humans of the day and age. Take our comrades Mama and Lochne, for example. They are creators, are they not? People who use tools to make things, craftspeople. Homo faber. Consider dead man. One who looks the dead in the eyes every day. One who takes their organs as his own. His relationship with death is transcentral, sublime. It is, in essence, his faith. He is Homo religioso. Religiosus. As for myself, Homo loquiens, a linguist, one who seeks to understand this world, through the language of science and logic. There is, however, another very special type of human, a breed that would serve bridges rather well. Homo ludens. They who play. Be it deliberate or unintentional, Homo ludens unite people, creating culture, shaping the very world around them, not through violence, nor laws or proscriptions, but rather through metaphorical acts of play. Gamers, yeah. What's going on, Frey? I know of only one person who matches this description, the one they call the Great Deliverer, Sam Porter. Despite Die Hardman's best efforts, however, his whereabouts are still unknown. Alright, gamers. Today we're going to reunite the world. Finally home from work? Nice. Welcome home. We got 3 more. Oh boy, no more than 3. We got 6 more, 7 more, 8 more. Prepper interview the photographer. The photographer's mother, 1 year ago. Personal shelter. It wasn't long ago that we moved to this shelter, the 3 of us. Before that, we used to live in the city. Until my husband up and said we had to leave. He was so insistent that I didn't have any choice but to go along with it. I couldn't take care of our daughter by myself. He said he was sick of city life, and I can't say I don't understand at all. I mean, timefall may not have been an issue, or be teased, but I can see how safe and comfortable life might be. How a safe and comfortable life might become suffocating. Our daughter might be happy and healthy, but we're the exception. Hardly anyone's even having children these days. You don't need a crystal ball to see where the world's headed. How often do people ask me if I like Clink Clang? Someone gave me Pokemon cards of it. I have them. They're in the other room. They're packed away because I just moved. Yeah, in the other room. That's okay. I mean, it's interesting, but I don't know. My gripe with Pokemon is that instead of making like interesting Pokemon now, they're just taking like, oh, this is garbage. This is ice cream. This is corgi, you know, like, and they're making it really cartoony. But I still played Sword, so I don't know. My husband says we're bound for extinction. Says nobody's doing anything about it. People rather stick their heads in the sand and try and wait out the storm. If we don't figure out the Death Stranding and fix this world of ours, that's all she wrote. Oh, if we don't figure out the Death Stranding and fix this world of ours, that's all she wrote. My husband says that a lot. Maybe he's just a guy with a camera, but at least he's doing something, and so on. He's out again somewhere, investigating something. Recently, he started taking our daughter with him, teaching her to take photos of rocks and murals and the like. I'm glad they're spending time together, and I know it's good for her education, but I still hate when they go and leave me here to wait and pray they come home safe and sound. I play Pokemon Go. Did they ever explain what's going on outside the US in this game? No. One of the things we just read, they just kind of said, does Europe still exist? So it seems like they don't even know what's going on. And I imagine taking a boat over to Europe would be very bad if you floated into some BTs. Ditto for a plane. Could you imagine flying a plane right through BT and like voiding out in the sky? That would be a fun one. That's true. Zeph, I agree. I mean, there's a Pokemon named Seal, which is a seal. I'm not saying that the designs have been good at the start and bad now, but like, I think part of it is they didn't used to name it like that. Like, it wasn't Squirrelinator, it was Rattata. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. A, and B, I think that back when they used to have like actual sprite work, the Pokemon looked tougher and they looked a bit meaner and they looked a bit more real. Whereas now, like I said, I don't even know what the name of that one that looks like a corgi is. It just looks like a corgi. You know what I mean? It looks like it's a toy. I don't know. It just doesn't. I'm also older, but it doesn't strike the same fancy. But what's my take on the Pokemon Home launch? I kind of talked about it when they announced it. I think it's pretty ridiculous that you have to pay for the Pokemon Bank to move Pokemon over. Yamper, yes. Corgimon, yeah, that works too. You have to pay for the Pokemon Bank. So still, if you want to collect them all, you got to pay more still. I know it's free for 30 days, but like me re-entering Pokemon at this stage, I don't have a 3DS. I don't have the game or those two games that interact with Pokemon Bank. So like if I wanted to do all that and not pay, I'd have to get those rush ordered probably so I can start playing them, so I can beat it, so I can catch all the Pokemon, so I can trade them in batches of 30 into Sword and Shield, because you can only do 30 at a time for free. It just feels like, again, a little bit more of a money grab to me. On top of that, they're storing like megabytes of data. Do I really need to pay $16 a month for a couple megabytes worth of data? Like, it probably costs them more. Probably not, but it would probably cost them more to make a system to charge people if it wasn't already made than it would be to make the damn server to hold all the Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like, how do you put down a sign? Hold L1, and there should be an option to drop a sign, I believe. It's not 16 a month? I thought it was 16 for the Pokemon Bank. I might be wrong. $16 a year for the Pokemon Bank. For the Pokemon Home, excuse me. Still. $16 isn't huge, but still. And where's the fucking Pokemon Bank pricing? Because the Pokemon Bank costs money too, by the way. So Pokemon Home costs 16 for the upgrade, and then Pokemon Bank costs money to use it at all. Also, there's a Switch version and then a mobile version of the Pokemon Home. Like, I don't know. I don't get why they can't just fucking combine the two and just only have one, but why didn't they just absorb Pokemon Bank into Pokemon Home? Exactly. It should have been one thing. And then, yeah, if you wanted to have some premium features that wasn't more than 30 Pokemon, sure, go ahead. Charge some money for it. But 30 Pokemon? How many Pokemon do you need to move from the Pokemon Bank into Sword and Shield to complete the Pokedex? You're going to be there forever if you have to do in batches of 30. You know what I mean? Like, really? I don't know. Whatever. This is not Pokemon. This is Death Stranding. If we don't figure out the Death Stranding and fix the world of ours, that's all she wrote. My husband says it a lot. Maybe he's just the guy with a camera. Ah, we already finished all this. I don't know. It feels like it's purposefully a little convoluted in order to add extra money gates into it. You got a gate for the extra Pokemon storage and all that, and transfer amounts, and a gate for a Pokemon Bank. Really? Like, especially with are they gonna make a new handheld now that the Switch is kind of a combo? Do you not want to get as much life as you can out of the 3DS right now if you're gonna be delaying or you know, not really making much games for it? Why wouldn't you want to make it free so people who haven't played Pokemon have a reason to get into it? Right? Like I said, I haven't had a Pokemon game since the DS. No, I think it's the Game Boy. The Game Boy Advanced. I haven't had a Pokemon game since the Game Boy Advanced. And I obviously the DS games probably don't connect to Pokemon Bank directly, but you might be able to trade up through to it. Maybe. I don't know. Don't quote me. But like, no, I didn't play Black and White. I think I stopped at Fire Red and Leaf Green. Why would you not want to encourage people to play those games and give them a reason to actually play it? Instead of being like, oh yeah, if you go back and play those games and you want to move them to your new one, you got to pay double. Like, I don't know. Prepper interview with the Mountaineer. Mountaineer, husband, 1 year ago, personal shelter. People aren't meant to stay cooped up inside or live in one place forever. It's not natural. Exploration's in our DNA. The great outdoors is where we're supposed to be. You know, our ancestors started out in Africa, right? Well, they didn't just stay there, did they? They wanted to try and find a better place, a better home. That's why humanity spread across our planet. And as we've traveled, we've evolved. Little by little, we've grown tougher and smarter. Even our immune systems have become stronger. But if we stop moving, stop exploring, all that stops too. We stagnate as a species, maybe even regress. That's why we can't hole up in the cities. There's a whole universe beyond these chiral clouds that I'd love to explore someday. But if that's not possible, then I at least want to get as close as I can. climb the biggest mountains, go as high as I can go, and try and see what lies beyond. And I want to do it with the love of my life, the world-class mountaineer who showed me the beauty of this place, my guiding star. Together, there's no peak we can't summit. You're certain that eventually they'll port them to the Switch? My one thing with that is it's going to be hard to get dual screen like hamburger on the hot dog DS, if you will. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to have a pretty small screen if you try and fit them in normal on the 3DS. And yes, you could hold it. Of course, it won't show it. You could hold it up and down like this, right? And use it. But then you're stuck playing, you know, like this with your thumbs on it. And you can't plug it into a TV. That would give you more screen real estate. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, the format, to have two screens up and down like this, you're going to have a little tiny screen and a little tiny screen, you know? Like, I don't know how it would work without a redesign. Hot dog, no. The 3DS is hamburger. The Switch is hot dog. We're talking about porting the Switch. Yeah, a little bit. The format of the Switch doesn't really lend itself to doing that. And I don't think that they have, well, obviously the hardware is not set up like that, but it would be really hard for them, as far as I know, it would be really hard for them to do a split screen thing like they did with the Wii U, where like the gamepad could be the bottom screen, the TV be your top screen. Because A, you don't have, the dock isn't set up that way. You'd have to make some kind of dock extension or something, or a new device. They could sell another $90 adapter. The Switch phone app is completely pointless. Oh no, I know. It's literally just a fucking chat for Splatoon. That's it. That's all it is. It's just chat for Splatoon. And then Fortnite goes and builds the chat into the game. Fortnite can do chat on the Switch, but Splatoon can't. A first-party Nintendo game can't, but the third-party fucking Tencent Epic can do it. They could put it on the Switch, Scump, but take your Switch. Let me, since we're diving into this, let me do this. You know, you take your Switch, right? And if you cut it in half horizontally, that doesn't leave you a lot of room to put two screens on top of each other. You could do one screen and one screen, but then any animations that go through two screens isn't going to work. Like I was saying before, you could flip the Switch this way, and you could do that, but then how do you hold it? Do you hold it, you know, obviously reverse like this, and use your thumbs? But then you still have a constriction of width this way to get touch controls in, and you still can't use it with the TV in that case. Are there horizontal grips? I don't know if I've ever seen horizontal grips. The problem with the second screen, do they? I don't think I've ever used a horizontal, yes, but not vertical. Sorry. I'm talking vertical here to fit the two screens. Why am I touched the screen for like 2 seconds and it's fucking dirty. I never play this in handheld mode. But yeah, Titanium, the difference with that is I don't think they have the ability to separate the output and the screen. Like, I know they have that dev adapter that you can plug into the port and still see the screen and push it to a HDMI, but I don't think they have the ability to send different things to the two of them. BTs are they look almost like humans, but made out of smoke. You can only see them when you have BB attached to you, and when you stand still. And I don't doubt that you can connect the Joy-Cons to phones because they are Bluetooth controllers. I mean, you can connect them to your computer easy enough. You can also, you can connect your, you can connect other stuff via Bluetooth to it as well, but you've only seen big giant whale BTs. I think you see those, when you get dragged like into the ground or whatever. But those things that are dragging you that are like humanoid shapes that are floating around in the sky, not the ones that come out of the ground, I believe are BTs. The whales might be too. I honestly don't know. But I just don't see a conducive format horizontally to play 3DS games. I mean, if you take a look at some of the 3DS games that I've streamed, you either have one big screen and one tiny screen, which some people do, or you have two equal screens and just a shit ton of blank space. Beach things, okay, yeah, maybe they are the whales too then. So I just feel like the format really doesn't fit 3DS games without some kind of redesign of the games. Like Pokemon might work because what's on the bottom screen besides maps and menus and stuff? You can do that. You can get rid of the bottom screen and make it a one-screen experience. But other games that require touching and stuff and have the two screens that you're looking at the same time and stuff, I don't know if you could redesign that to work on the Switch well, in my opinion. Is it possible? Sure, I'm sure it might be, but I just feel like you're gonna end up in some weird spot with it. Or what was that Mario Party game where you had to put like three switches, like you had a switch here and then you put another switch next to it and then you had to like draw from one switch to the other or whatever. Maybe you just have to buy two switches and then Nintendo's like, sure, you can play 3DS games. Prepper interview the spiritualist. I think I've spent like 45 minutes just talking about the Switch and Pokemon now. 1 year ago, personal shelter. No one has been able to explain the Death Stranding, and I doubt that anyone ever will. Certainly not with science. Science is only suitable for observation, measurement, objectivity. You can observe and measure as much as you like, but it will bring you no closer to understanding. Sometimes you need to expand your mind and open your heart. Seek the souls of the dead. Listen for the waves on the beach. I don't doubt that it can process it. I doubt that they have the ability to split the feeds, if you will. You know what I mean? It's like, how can I word this? My GPU has 5 different connections on it, but it can only output to 4 screens at once. And obviously, 4 would be enough to do a 3DS game, but I think it's a shrunken down version of that where it it could probably process the physical screen, region big enough to do 2 screens, but I don't think it can send one to the screen and one to the TV or I just don't think that it can do that hardware wise. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not going to claim that because I'm not an engineer, but I don't think they really designed it that way. You know what I mean? A big 3DS shaped peripheral where we put 2 switches in, the screens would be like, it would be huge. You'd be holding it. No, I'm not gonna confirm anything personally. I don't know. I'm speculating. But also easy. Oh, you're asking easy, okay. The dock itself, I don't think it does USB 3. I know it's a blue port, but I don't think it does USB 3. I think it's USB 2 still. None of my USB 3 peripherals or anything keyboard. No, I don't have a USB 3 keyboard. My USB 3 internet dongle, all that shit, doesn't work with it at all. Also, I remember reading USB 3, it doesn't have USB 3 drivers. Yes, exactly. It has USB 2 drivers, which fucking blows my mind. But beyond that, I'm also looking at my, like, I can pull up my router and look at the speeds that things are connected via Ethernet. And it's an order of magnitude lower. Like, I have a 100 gigabit card in my computer and a 100 gigabit card in my PS4, and that has like a 10 gigabit. Yeah, whatever it is, it's fucking, it's so much slower. It's an order of magnitude slower than every other device I have. And that's why. Why? Because Nintendo. It's Nintendo. They're not using USB-C protocol, right? They're using USB 3, but with the USB 2 drivers. They have bandwidth limitations on things, whether it's either software or hardware, probably hardware. Half the games that are out that are like 3D, like Explorer, like Zelda, at least for me, I couldn't play Zelda in handheld mode. It chugged too much. Like, stuff like that. It's just like, ugh, I don't know. Now that everyone's gone from watching BTs and we're just ragging on Nintendo, it didn't for me. I didn't like my handheld experience at all, if I'm going to be honest. One of the few times I brought it on a cruise I went on and was playing Zelda in handheld mode, and I hated it. And then that's all like, you think they patched that? That's possible. That's very possible. That's all software and hardware issues. Like, I have fucking like ergonomic difficulties holding the fucking thing. It's a whole nother leaf to crumble. It's possible that I played it before they patched it. I don't know. I didn't like I didn't like how it went when I was playing it. I don't think it looked very good, and I felt like the frame rate wasn't great in certain areas, but it could be just me. I gotta stop talking about this fucking Zelda machine. It's kind of really the only reason why I bought it, to be honest. No one will ever be able to explain Death Stranding, and I doubt that anyone ever will. Certainly not with science. Science is only suitable for observation, measurement, objectivity. You can observe and measure as much as you like, but it will bring you no closer to an understanding. Sometimes you need to expand your mind and open your heart. Seek the souls of the dead. Listen for the waves on the beach. In antiquity, there were no barriers between the realms. People moved freely between the earth, outer space, and the world of the dead. What are myths and legends, if not records of these journeys? My research has only confirmed this. The pyramids of Egypt and Mesoamerica, the Nazcan lines, Stonehenge, all gateways built by humans in order to access the beach. Surely you can see the wisdom of the ancients has never been more relevant. The Doctor. 1 year ago. Personal shelter. I know what you're thinking. Why is this prepper claiming to be a doctor? Don't worry, you're not the first. Rest assured that I really am a doctor. I even have a medical license, though the governing body that issued it to me is long gone, so I wouldn't be offended if it counts for little. But license or no, people still need doctors. Preppers get sick too, you know. That's not so hard for you to get your head around, is it? Most folks haul themselves to a city hospital when there's something wrong, but out in the boonies, that's not really an option. We just can't leave these people to die. You know full well what would follow. And so I do what I can to help around here. Around here, I'm the only one people can rely on to keep them alive. Whenever I'm needed, I try and find someone to transport me to a patient's residence. That's hardly the most efficient approach, and it doesn't endear me to the porters either. I've heard that Bridges is trying to bring everyone into their chiral network. If it's as good as I've heard, it would be a real game changer. I could perform all sorts of diagnoses, and even some treatment without having to leave my shelter. I hope you manage to extend it here soon. There's a lot of people out here counting on us both. You thought Stonehenge was a calendar? Ah, beats me, dude. We got 3 more. From the report on the void out in Manhattan. Recorder unknown. Date and time unknown. Where unknown. Who the hell? Those were the doctor's final words. At the time, no one knew to whom he was referring. And to be fair, there were more pressing issues at hand. The doctor in question was a surgeon specializing in cesarean sections. The procedure he was undertaking at the time, however, was slightly unusual, in that he was operating on a mother who had been declared brain dead 7 months into her pregnancy. She had been placed on life support, but since her blood pressure was decreasing and the fetus was showing signs of bradycardia, the decision was made to operate. Because the procedure was broadcast to medical researchers on a closed-circuit network, they were fortunate to have a record of what took place. Per the footage, the incision was made without incident. The plan was apparently to remove the fetus from the womb and immediately place it in an NICU, where it would receive the necessary care. Prior to this, the surgeon would of course have to cut the umbilical cord. This is the moment that changed everything. The moment the surgeon's hand touched the cord, in that instant he uttered his famous last words, "Who in the hell?" NCU? NICU? Really? It's the Natal Intensive Care Unit, no? Why would they say NICU when ICU is already a thing? I don't know. Following a number of tests and experiments, the conclusion was reached that this incident was an annihilation event brought about by the doctor's contact with whatever or whomever he had seen upon touching the umbilical cord. Although it eventually became apparent that the doctor had been referring to BTs, at the time, no one could explain the underlying cause of the incident. Some later theorized that if the same conditions, brain-dead mother, fetus, umbilical cord, could be recreated, then BTs could be detected, and the mystery of the Death Stranding would be solved. Indeed, this was the theoretical basis upon which the government's own experiments and investigations would be conducted. They called the fetuses they used bridge babies, and the experiments became known as the BB experiments. Soon after the government's programs got underway, the tragedy of Manhattan occurred. Huh, interesting. The BB experiments were conducted at a Manhattan-based government facility in such extreme secrecy that little is known about them to this day. One thing that we do know for certain, however, is that the experiments ended in tragic failure and were directly responsible for the total annihilation of the island of Manhattan, as well as the death of the president, who had been observing the operations firsthand. He was succeeded by the then Vice President Bridget Strand, who shortly after her inauguration put an end to all further BB experiments and had all data destroyed. With her strong and steadfast leadership in the wake of the void out, she made great strides in quelling the chaos and unrest that had spread throughout the nation. She vowed to rebuild America and devoted herself wholeheartedly to this end. Wholeheartedly, not wholeheartedly. In response, separatists who opposed Reconstruction emerged and steadily grew more aggressive in their activities. One faction even managed to acquire documents relating to the BB experiments, and some speculate that this data was used to restart them in secret. At that time, however, no BB units were known to have been successfully created, and BBs in general remained a taboo subject in government circles. Ooh, boy, that was a lot of reading, man. Hey, thanks for making it all the way to the end of this video. I know that some of the VODs can get a little bit long, so I do appreciate you sticking around. I'd like to ask real quick if you have a friend or someone close to you who you think would like a clip or a portion or even the whole stream, please feel free to reach out to them and share this with them. I'm always looking for more respectful people to come hang out and have some fun. If you've already done that or want to help me out some other way, feel free to check out the video description for some other ways you can help support me. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.